GBETV. Yes, sir!
Welcome to the Sharmin Prince Show on GBETV, where we know that progress is a must. And I'm your host, Sharmin Prince. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Of course, you know today's Christmas Day. And I am sure that you're enjoying the moment with your family. But before we go further, the raffle will be drawn today at the end of the show. So if you submitted your name and your telephone number, you have to stay tuned to see if you're the winner. Remember, our first prize is a smart television, the second prize is a laptop, and the third prize is 50 US. So at the end of the show, it will be drawn and you will know who is the winner of the television, the laptop, and the 50 US. I am as excited as you are, and thanks to all of you who entered into the raffle that took the time out to send your name and your number. We're truly excited and we want to say thank you for your continued support. Now today, yes, we're going to be drawing the raffle, but our topic would be on self-care and depression. And you'd be like, man, Christmas Day you're gonna talk about depression? Because this is the time where most of us suffer from depression, and we might say, oh, it's the holiday blues, or, and you know, they actually have a name for it. Those feelings of not feeling right, and it only happens when it's the holidays. The overwhelming stress, feeling not up to anything, it's common, and it's called seasonal affective disorder, SAD, SAD, and just from the acronym, that's the symptoms, the signs and the symptoms of seasonal affective disorder that occurs during whatever season, a holiday season, a season when you lost a loved one, a season when you had some experience, seasonal affective disorder. So that's what we'll talk about, and the importance of self-care during these times, especially during the holiday. My question to you, how do you take care of yourself? What do you do to put yourself first? What is it that you do for you? Not what you do. You can list, you may be able to give me a list of things that you do with your children, things you do with your loved ones, just things that you do, but what do you do for you? The things that give you pleasure, the things that make you feel at peace. I'm going to share some of the things that I do. But those are the things that we're going to talk about today, which is very, very important. Because like here in the US, Christmas is one day. In Guyana, Christmas is a season. Because you have Christmas Day, the excitement is Christmas Eve Day, you have Christmas Day, you have Boxing Day, and you have until the 6th of January. On December 26th, we have to return to work unless we take personal leave or some vacation time. But December 26th, we are back to work. So Christmas for us is one day. And a lot of us here in the US experience SAD, seasonal affective disorder. We miss Guyana. We miss the excitement. We miss the aromas. I'm sure you'll be saying, oh, but Sharmin, it's Christmas. Where's your Christmas tree? I don't do Christmas trees. You know, I celebrate Christmas because of family. But when I was back in Guyana, Christmas was one of my favorite holidays. Because I don't feel the excitement and the enthusiasm, and you know, everyone, despite how poor you are, Christmas is a big, one of the most important holidays, and I don't get that excitement. I think the last time I enjoyed Christmas was sometime when I went back home. I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, 11 years ago. But, so I don't do the Christmas tree and all the decorations. No, I don't. I'll enjoy, admire my sister and my mom and everyone else that does it. So that's what we'll talk about today. On another note, if you're celebrating your birthday, happy birthday. May God continue to bless and keep you. If you had some milestone, congratulations. If you lost a loved one, our condolences goes out to you. Our condolences go out to the family of the young woman who they found in the cemetery, I think on the East Coast. I forgot her name. Our condolences goes out to that family. Remember, grieving is a process, and everyone grieves differently, so condolences to you. And again, at the end of the show, we will be drawing the raffle. And if you submitted your name and you know someone who submitted their name and they might not be watching the show, pick up the phone, call them, and let them know that the raffle is going to be drawn at the end of the show. So they want to tune in to see if they're the winner. I am excited who is going to be the winner: the smart TV, the laptop, and the 50 US. I want to send Christmas greetings to Malachi and his mom and everyone else that is watching. Barbara, Merry Christmas, and I pray that all of you have a wonderful New Year, and I hope that your New Year resolution includes a list of things that you would like to, a list of goals, not just things, a list of goals that you would like to accomplish, because it's customary for us to say that this is my New Year resolution, right? And the New Year resolution is something that we want to do, but write it. Make sure that you find a journal, a notebook, and name it 2018, and on the first page of it, list your goals that you want to accomplish in 2018. The show after this, that's what we'll be focusing on. So ensure you do that. Now, what is depression? You might be asking. Now, depression, according to the American Psychiatric Association, APA, they see depression or define depression as a medical condition. And they said it's common, but it's a serious medical condition that negatively affects how you feel, how we feel, the way we think, the way we act, and fortunately, it's treatable. Now, for us Guyanese, even those of us that are in the diaspora, mental health, anything to do with mental health becomes a taboo. We may be experiencing the signs and the symptoms of depression, anxiety, or whatever mental health disorder, but it's a phenomenon that I personally would love to research, because Guyanese have a coping mechanism, the ability to function with a mental diagnosis without being treated. You know, some of the family were like, oh, she's in one of her moods today. That's not normal. Or, you know, she's sometime-ish. Those are the things we say, and we accept those behaviors as common or normal when they're not normal, right? So when we come back, we will continue on the definition and get right into the discussion of depression. Let's go to our greetings.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Robert Phillips. I just want to say season greetings to all Guyanese from New York. I'm Robert. I just want to say that I'm not there with you guys this year to celebrate the Christmas. I do hope you guys enjoy the holiday and have a great time. See you guys next year.
Season greetings to one, season greetings to all. It's your boy Sharmin, yes, the producer for the show. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching the program every week, alright? Happy holidays. Hope you guys enjoying yourself right now. Hope you enjoy this program right now also. I am the producer. Bless up to Sharmin, Prince, the host. You know, she's doing a great job, I must say. Just want to say thank you guys to register to winning the TV, the laptop, and the money, you know, and you guys gonna get the result towards the ending of the show, right? So keep it locked to hear who win, and maybe you, maybe you the winner. So yes, greetings to my family, the Glasgow, the Moores, the Sam, the Inverary. You guys, happy holidays to you guys from Queens, New York to Guyana. It's your boy Shabini. Enjoy.
Welcome back. Now, when we went to the greetings, I was discussing the definition of depression and sharing how we have the ability. I can only speak for Guyanese because I'm a Guyanese, and even here in the diaspora, where we can function with a mental diagnosis like depression and anxiety, and unless it's like schizophrenia and it's affecting your daily activities to the point where you're unable to function, that's when we seek help. But they're like some symptoms that we view as a norm, right? Like, but we'll get into those symptoms. Now, depression causes feelings of sadness, and there is a difference between the blues, where you have that temporary sadness that we all experience at some point or the other, but it doesn't affect our daily activities and our daily lives. But depression is totally different, because depression, you're not able to shake depression, you're able to shake the blues. You're not able to, the blues last for a moment or a few days. Depression can be progressive, and you know that, oh my God, I am not feeling right, but I don't know why I'm not feeling right. I just feel sad for no reason. I lost interest in the things that I once enjoyed, but I don't know why. I used to like to walk. I used to like to sit in the sun. I used to like to hang out with my girlfriends. I used to enjoy having conversation with my family, but I don't enjoy that anymore. I lost interest in that. When the Christmas season comes around, I used to be excited to break up the house, plan all whatever, the curtains, what I'm gonna do in the house, the paint that I'm gonna color, the changes that I'm gonna make in the decor. But somehow or the other now, I have to force myself, and I don't know the reason why. Depression also causes many emotional and physical problems, and it can lead to one's inability to function, and that's the only time many of us seek help or say, you know what, something is wrong, because I am not able to get up in the mornings as I used to. I have to literally force myself out of bed. And forget it, if you don't have a job, that depression becomes a norm, because you can lay in bed until 12 o'clock and it's okay. Or you don't like, you're not the best person with housekeeping, or your ADL skills are poor. When you get up in the morning, you may just have breakfast in bed and leave everything there until the next day or until the next week. Those are major signs of depression. You know, all of us have that one relative or family member who is extremely filthy. I'm calling it filthy, untidy, and don't like to do household chores, but they may like to cook. And when they cook, the kitchen, it's like if a hurricane passed through, or the house in general, that's how it's kept. That is not normal behavior. And we accept it as a norm. Oh, you know, we're going to Auntie Gertrude's house, and you know Auntie Gertrude's house is always dirty or untidy, and we accept those behaviors as a norm. Then there is anxiety. The difference with depression and anxiety, they call depression a severe medical condition. Anxiety is a mental health condition. That's how it's deemed. It's a mental diagnosis. Despite depression is a mental diagnosis. Depression, you know, because of the chemical imbalances, you know, I don't know why the American Psychiatric Association deem it as a severe medical problem, because it's a mental diagnosis also. But anxiety is where a person's fear and worry is constant. Their fight and flight is always on 100. Everything they're anxious about, everything they're fearful about, everything they're stressed about. And some of them may even have panic attacks. And because mental health is not such a major issue in our society, we don't even know what we're experiencing with the panic attacks or the anxiety. A child may go to the parent and say, "Mommy, whenever I have a test, I'm sweating in my palms and I'm having difficulty writing." Mom might not be able to identify that, and they'll say to the child, "Maybe you're having anxiety attacks," and that could be a panic attack, and we may need to check it out. But if you don't know, you may even reprimand your child, and your child doesn't even know what they're experiencing, and it's all because you don't know either. Anxiety can also influence your life, just like depression, and interfere with your daily activities, because you're unable to do the things that you once did, that you once enjoyed, that brought you pleasure, and you really felt excited about doing this. Now, fear, constant fear, stress, and anxiety are normal feelings, right? Fear, anxiety, and stress. It's normal. We all have those moments where we are fearful. We all have those moments where we feel stressed. We all have those moments where we feel anxious. But they are completely different. Those three things that we all feel normally whenever our bodies just go through that fight and flight experience is different than people who suffer from a diagnosis of anxiety. Totally different. People with anxiety, some people are fearful to leave the house. Others are fearful to get on public transportation. Some are fearful of social circles, any social interaction. So this fear And this stress, you may have someone that is around you, especially around the holidays, their stress level becomes very, very high. And it can lead to a lot of other negative emotions like irritability. They become irritable. Because a person suffering from anxiety, both anxiety and depression, who is unaware that this is what they're dealing with, don't have a name for it, don't understand what they are experiencing, and find it difficult to cope. Now, because mental health has such a stigma and there not a lot of awareness, people may be suffering, you may be suffering in silence because you're unaware of what it is. And I hope that at the end of the show, you're able to identify what it is. Let's take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll get deeper into that conversation.
Next Gen Car Rentals. For reliable, clean, fuel-efficient and well-maintained cars, choose Next Gen Car Rentals. Telephone 231-8963 or like us on Facebook. Next Gen Car Rentals, taking you to the next level.
GBETV. Yes, sir!
Welcome back to the Sharmin Prince Show. And I'm your host, Sharmin Prince. Remember that we have the raffle drawing at the end of the show. And the first prize, a smart TV. The second prize, a laptop. And the third prize, $50 US. And our topic today is about depression and anxiety and seasonal affective disorder, and how during the Christmas holidays, especially the Christmas holidays, we experience those signs and those symptoms, and because of our taboo and the stigma and the lack of information and awareness, some of us suffer in silence. But by the end of the show, the objective is, if you are experiencing any of those signs or symptoms, or even a friend or a relative, you will have some form of information to help you and help that relative. And if you have access to the internet, there's a whole lot of information that is out there. The American Psychiatric Association has a whole lot of information, and those are the places that you want to go if you need some information to get an understanding what you're feeling, what you're experiencing. And it's even worse during the Christmas holidays, because a lot of people suffer. You may have loved ones that you've lost during the holidays. That's when you really miss them, because Auntie Gertrude may be the one that made the best black cake, and someone else made the best pepper pot. And so during this season, you really miss that, and you want it. You want to remember that person, and you want to enjoy that particular black cake, and you want to enjoy that particular pepper pot, and you're experiencing all these emotions, and you have no idea how to handle it and what it is that you're experiencing. Now, seasonal affective disorder that occurs during holiday season or during a particular season is actually a type of depression. And I am going to attempt to go through 10 signs of SAD. Seasonal affective disorder hereafter would be addressed as SAD, because that's what it's called, SAD, seasonal affective disorder. Now, one of the common signs of SAD is fatigue. this sudden lack of energy. And you may be saying, but you know, Sharmin, it's amazing that you're saying that, because now that you're talking about that, I experience that every Christmas, but I push through. Yes, that's who we are as Guyanese troopers, where we ignore all the signs and symptoms that might be falling out, that we might be experiencing, and just aim for the goal. Just go for it, because we have something to do. We have the house to fix. We have the food to cook. We have to ensure the kids, the stuff is there. The kids get whatever gift that we can afford, and there is food in the house and all of that. And we neglect, we ignore the signs and the symptoms, and they can become worse. It can worsen. So you have the lack of energy for no reason, because you're eating the same, but you just don't have energy. I just don't feel like getting up in the morning. I just don't feel like cleaning the house. I don't feel like putting paint on the wall. I don't feel like decorating. I don't feel like doing none of the things that is necessary for me to enjoy the Christmas holiday. But I am going to try. I'm pushing through, but girl, I don't feel like it. I really don't. You may be having that feelings of mental and physical fatigue. I am so fatigued. I am exhausted. I don't know why I'm tired. One of the signs of SAD. One of the signs of seasonal affective disorder that we experience during the holidays. So, fatigue. The second one is withdrawal from life. When the holidays come around, there is self-alienation from social activities. Now, I'm not going to any Christmas party. I'm not going to any social functions. I am not going to anybody's house. I'm not doing none of that. You withdrew from your hobbies, the things that give you pleasure, the things that you enjoy doing. You even lost interest in your daily activities and things that once was your favorite pastimes. Lack of libido. I know this is a PG show, so I'm gonna just use libido. And the worst part of withdrawal from life, some people lost interest in personal hygiene, and their ADL skills becomes poor. They don't want to get out of bed. They don't want to take a shower. They don't want to get dressed, and if they get dressed, they don't care how they look. If you know of anyone that is experiencing that, and you might be witnessing it, you may not be experiencing it, but you're witnessing it with someone, please help them to get some help. Because you will begin to see it every season, and it's going to progress. It will not go away. It's not the blues, because the blues last like a day, 1 to 3 days. What we're talking about here lasts for days and weeks, and for some people months, and some people never get out of it. So there is fatigue, withdrawal from life, and the third one is a lack of focus. Now, one of the things that is common is the loss of memory. and concentration. So you're forgetting things. Oh, I forgot to buy the pepper pot meat, or I forgot to buy the cartridge. And every day you're forgetting to buy the things, or forgetting things that you would not usually forget. Are you paying attention to that? The inability to make simple decisions like, okay, I don't know what to cook today. And that is not something that you struggled with in the past. And it is something that you're struggling with right now. Making simple decisions. So, what do? We'll get to that. So, the lack of focus. When we come back, we will continue with number 4 through 10.
GBETV. Yes, sir!
Next Gen Car Rentals. For reliable, clean, fuel-efficient and well-maintained cars, choose Next Gen Car Rentals. Telephone 231-8963 or like us on Facebook. Next Gen Car Rentals, taking you to the next level.
Welcome back to the Sharmin Prince Show, and I am your host, Sharmin Prince. Now we're discussing seasonal affective disorder, and we just completed 3 of the common symptoms. Now the 4th symptom is sleep difficulties. Insomnia. I'm not sleeping as I used to. I'm up most of the night or all night, and I don't know the reason why. I don't have a reason why I'm not sleeping. Or hypersomnia, where you sleep all day, and it's just normal. You sleep all day, you wake up at 3 or 2, you go to bed and you continue the same routine the next day. That's not normal. You feel disheartened or deflated. You were once the happy-go-lucky or the happy lark, and everyone loved to be around you because you're always so happy and you're the life of the party, you know, like we like to say. But then now, suddenly you started to feel worthless. You started to feel hopeless. You are having a miserable outlook on life. And you were not that person. That's not the person you were. So what happened? Why have you changed? What happened that caused you to make that change? Seasonal affective disorder. And it always happened around the holiday season, or whatever season that is. Also, their physical symptoms like joints and muscle pain. You know, the thing we call muscle bone. When I was researching and I saw that somehow or the other, as a child, my stepfather used to say, just go eat some mustard, and somehow or the other, I don't know if it's faith, you would eat mustard and the muscle bone would go away. But those muscle spasms and Charlie horses and joint pains that you might be experiencing are symptoms of SAD. Irritability. You're angry at everything. Everything gets you angry. You're irritable. It's like an emotional roller coaster, right? 1 minute you're angry, and the next minute you're restless. If you're experiencing that, it could be a sign of seasonal affective disorder, especially, and one of the things that I have to say here is that these symptoms last, if these symptoms are lasting longer than 7 days, it's a problem. It's not just the blues, it's a problem, and you need to seek some help. And you have no understanding of why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Why am I feeling like this? I don't know. It just came over me. So you may hear someone say, it just came over me. Or you may know someone and you're having a conversation. You say, do you understand what's happening? Because I've seen the changes. And they're like, I don't know what's happening to me, but this is how I'm feeling. The next thing is changes in weight and appetite. You're losing weight or gaining weight for no apparent reason, because if you're losing weight, you haven't changed your diet. Your diet is the same. You're gaining weight, your diet is the same, you're not doing anything different, or you lost your appetite. Most times, you lost your appetite. You have no interest in food. You force yourself to eat because you want to survive. So if you're experiencing any weight changes, take an inventory. When did it start? When did I lose my appetite? When did I lose interest in food? When did I realize that I'm losing weight and I'm not, it's effortless. I'm not doing anything. It's not something that I planned or I wanted to do. Anxiety. I give you the definition of anxiety in the beginning. And anxiety can range from mild to severe. And it's just the inability to cope with life. And one thing that you have to understand, anxiety, you need professional intervention. You need professional help with that. Because it progresses and it gets worse. So you really need some professional help. And the last, number 10, is recklessness. Now, Sharmin, what you calling recklessness? Risky behavior. During the seasonal affective disorder period, you're not promiscuous, but you become promiscuous. You have these compulsive sexual behaviors and urges. You may turn to a substance. It might be an illegal substance. It might be a legal substance. It might be food where because you're so stressed and you don't know what you're dealing with, you're just eating. And you might be gaining a lot of weight. Thrill seeking. You're not a person who likes adrenaline rush, but you just want some thrills. And the thrill seeking can also intertwine with risky behavior. Gambling. There's a casino in Guyana, and before the holiday season, you weren't going to the casino all year around. Suddenly you're gambling. Why? So that was the 10 symptoms of seasonal affective disorder. Let's take a break, and when we come back, I will give you some tips on self-care.
Next Gen Car Rentals. For reliable, clean, fuel-efficient and well-maintained cars, choose Next Gen Car Rentals. Telephone 231-8963 or like us on Facebook. Next Gen Car Rentals, taking you to the next level.
GBETV. Yes, sir!
Welcome back to the Sharmin Prince Show, and I'm your host, Sharmin Prince. Now we're closer to the drawing of the raffle. But before that, you are more important to me than the raffle, right? So I just highlighted a whole lot of stuff, and you're saying there, like, wow, some of them I have, but I thought it's normal. No, it's not. Find someone to speak to. Get professional intervention. Speak to your primary care physician. See if they can refer you to someone, a social worker, a psychologist, even a psychiatrist, because you may need some medication to help balance your serotonin level. And it doesn't, the earlier you get on some medication to balance that, the chemical serotonin, the quicker or the easier it will be for you. Because most time depression is because of a reduced amount of the chemical serotonin going to get into the brain. And so if you can up the serotonin level, and you might be someone like me who hate medication, but there are a lot of homeopathic remedies that could be used, but you want to speak to a professional. I mean, I can list a few things that can increase your serotonin level, but I wouldn't do that because it would be reckless of me as a professional. What you need to do is find a professional and get some help to work with you. Now, the positive self-care works for the blues, and it may work, it may be a temporary fix or a quick fix for sad, but it might not even work for people with progressive seasonal affective disorder. Now, what is self-care? Positive self-care. Positive self-care is the things you do for you, as I said in the beginning of the show. The things you do for you, like eating a healthy diet, exercising, ensuring that you get 6 to 8 hours sleep nightly. You are meditating. And when I say meditation, you don't have to become a Zen Buddhist to practice some meditation. Just being silent for 5 minutes and paying attention to your breath could be meditation, and you do it like the first thing when you get up in the morning. Practicing mindfulness. I just did something with a group of people and taught them mindfulness walking, and you would be surprised that some of us cannot even be mindful for 5 minutes. So mindfulness eating, when you're eating, think about the food that you're eating. Think about the process, where it started, when it started in the ground, the seed, who took care of it, how it grew, who picked it, how it got to the market, how it got to how you got it, and how it got to your plate. Just being mindful. Practice mindfulness. Also, look the part. If you're someone who doesn't care about how you look, you don't have to be fashionable. but you could just take some pride and care in yourself. So look the part and feel the part. So when you begin to look good, you will begin to feel good. Take walks. I miss Guyana so much that even in the winter I walk. Even in the summer I walk even more. Take walks. Take walks in the garden. Take walks, just walk. Do some mindful walking. Give a friend a call. When was the last time you called your friend that you really have a good relationship with? When last you called that relative that you have a good relationship, and whenever you get off the phone with them, you feel good about you? Pay attention to your emotions and your thoughts, because your thoughts is where everything begins. We'll get into that sometime next year. Your thoughts are very, very important, and they can be overwhelming. And your thoughts might be the thing that have you feeling the way you're feeling. You have to learn to embrace your thoughts and those emotions that you feel. We are so used to, we were trained to put away your thoughts. And if you're a parent watching me, and when your children share their emotions, show their emotions, you shut it down. Like, stop crying. Boy is a girl. Boys don't cry, men don't cry. Stop that. Because we are raising a society of emotionless men. So you wanna, if your son cries, you wanna hug him just like you will hug your daughter and encourage him to cry. That's, yes, it's okay, because it is an emotion that we're all born with, right? The emotions that your daughter has does not differ from that of your son. So if your son feel like break down and crying, you must be able to embrace him and hug him until he finished crying, and then ask him how it felt. Teach him to embrace his emotion, right? Become aware of your thoughts. I know some of you are like, really, Sharmin? Yeah. Who said men don't cry? Men that are comfortable with who they are able to show their emotion. If you change the way you raise your son, we will have more men who embrace their emotion and is able to show it. And society might be a little more different. That's another show. Stop saying you can't cope with what you're feeling. Sharmin, you don't know how I'm feeling. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know. Hey, we all have burdens and stress. Coping mechanisms is what helps some of us, or what may help me and other people to cope with it. Be present and do the things that you once enjoyed by reading, listening to music, dancing in the house with your children, and do not dwell on things that depletes your positive emotion. Let's take a break, and when we come back, I'll be drawing the raffle.
GBETV. Yes, sir!
Next Gen Car Rentals. For reliable, clean, fuel-efficient and well-maintained cars, choose Next Gen Car Rentals. Telephone 231-8963 or like us on Facebook. Next Gen Car Rentals, taking you to the next level. Next Gen Car Rentals. For reliable, clean, fuel-efficient and well-maintained cars, choose Next Gen Car Rentals. Telephone 231-8963 or like us on Facebook. Next Gen Car Rentals, taking you to the next level.
GBETV. Yes, sir!
Welcome back to the Sharmin Prince Show, and I'm your host, Sharmin Prince. Now, for the show today, we discuss the 10 common signs of seasonal affective disorder, which are fatigue, withdrawal from life, lack of focus, sleep difficulties, disheartened and deflated, joint and muscle pains, irritability, weight and appetite changes, anxiety, and recklessness. And we discuss a few how to engage in positive self-care. Now, if you are a person who loves to listen to music and you lost that interest, start listening to music. If you once loved to read and you're not reading anymore, try to be present and identify what it is that is causing you not to read, but start reading, start walking, meditating, exercising. Do not dwell on the things that you don't have and the things that are not available to you and the people that are not available to you. Be present and dwell on the things that you have and the people that are available to you. Now, if you have any questions, you send, or you have comments, you send it to gbetvinfo@gmail.com. Now we have the raffle to draw. All of your your name and numbers are in this bag. And I'm gonna ask the producer to come from behind the camera and pick a name for us. He said no. Could you imagine? So I'm shaking it up. The first one that I take out is gonna be the third prize, the 50 US. Yeah, let's go. You're not picking. Okay, you ready? Whew. So I'm putting my hand in and I took out one. This is the third prize. And this is Cindy Herman. Cindy, you just got yourself 50 US dollars. Just for watching the Sharmin Prince Show. Cindy Herman is the third prize winner. Cindy Herman, you just got yourself 50 US. So this is the third prize. You ready for the second prize? Okay. I know you are. This is the laptop. An HP laptop. I don't know the specs, but here you are. And the second prize winner, the winner of the laptop, is Lakia Hamlet. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's Lokiea. Lakia Hamlet. You are the winner of the laptop, and you just won this just for watching this show. Just for watching the Sharmin Prince Show. I am excited. So you are the second prize winner. Whew, here we are. Drum roll. Woo! Okay. Yes. I know you're excited, you're jumping up and say, I hope she pulled my name. And I hope so too. But there can only be one winner, right? Right? So let's go. Wow. And it is the only male winner. I hope it's, and it's Xavier Fraser. And you are the winner of the television, the smart TV. Now, thanks to all of you that entered into the raffle. We'll have another raffle for Valentine. So here we are. Our first prize winner is Xavier Fraser. Second prize winner, Lakia Hamlet. Third prize winner, Cindy Herman. And on that note, we will be calling those 3 winners and letting you know how you're going to get your prize. Merry Christmas, and thank you for watching the Sharmin Prince Show. And I'm your host, Sharmin Prince. Good night. I'm your host, Sharmin Prince. Good night, until next week.